Well, CoAssets is a region's first listed crowdfunding platform. We match opportunities with investors all around the region. So that, in a nutshell, is what CoAssets is all about. For the IPO, we raised about 6.5 million. Prior to that, we were actually listed on the Newcastle Stock Exchange. Collectively, in the last 12 months, we raised about 12 million for ourselves. Why do we list in Australia? Why not? Australia is a great country. It is a place where we want to set up business, have our roots in. So naturally, Australia and listing on the ASX makes a lot of sense for us. The funds will be used to expand our operations in the 5 regions that we currently have offices in. Right now, we have offices in Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, China, and Australia. So essentially, the funds will be used to grow our operations there. Now, in terms of loans, in the last 2 years, through the site, we have facilitated more than 45 million worth of transactions, and we hope to really see a significant increase from this figure. We specialize in the funding gap of between 1 to 5 million. What really sets us apart is our focus on asset-backed crowdfunding. What this means is that instead of trinklets, typically developers looking for mezzanine or bridging loan of between 1 to 5 million, they can come to us. On top of that, we also service businesses that is looking for amounts of around that range. And what is critical is that all these businesses would have to put some form of asset or collateral or personal guarantee to make this whole thing safe. Ultimately, our focus is in our investors' protection, so that to us is a key focus that we're looking in. Our agreement with Valence Finance is one of a great partnership. We are actually looking to work with them as a way of reaching out to the Australian business community. They will be a channel, and we look forward to releasing more news of our collaboration in the coming months. Putting things in the right perspective, what we have seen in the last 2-3 years that we've been doing, real estate loans are about, say, 60 to 70%, whereas SME is the rest. So that will give you a flavor of how we size the market up going forward, simply because the ticket size for real estate is going to be much bigger. So for every one real estate crowdfunding deal you do, you can potentially do 3 or 4 business crowdfunding. So from that perspective, we expect the real estate slice to be a much bigger piece of the pie. We make money via providing a service of matching businesses to lenders, and for each match, we charge between 3 to 5%. Now, this is just the beginning. We have a registered lender base of more than 56,000, and we are confident that in the coming months, we'll be able to provide even greater value-added services to this group and find innovative ways to make even more money. Well, looking at what we have done for FY16, our revenue grew 167% from the year before, and I think we ended last year with about a revenue of 2 million. We expect to better that this year, and it is still early. We are only down our first quarter, and there's still a lot of time for us to make money, and I think it is something that we are working hard to do. Well, the long-term goals of CoAssets is to be a regional crowdfunding platform to facilitate deals and fund flows across the region. Our aim is to let someone in Australia who has a great idea, a great real estate project, put it up on CoAssets so that someone in China, Singapore, Malaysia, they can crowdfund it with the knowledge that when the tenure is up, when maturity is up, they can get the funds back with the interest. Everything is done safe and sound, above board, online. So that is the direction that we are driving the business towards. Now, where do we see ourselves in a year's time? We really want to consolidate and strengthen our operations in the 5 key areas that we currently operate in. We look forward to providing even greater services and have a greater presence here in Australia. Some of the plans will include looking at how we can move our operations here in Sydney so that we want to target the financial heart of the whole Australian market. So that, in the near term, is what we are looking to do, and we are confident that it is something that we can pull off in the next 12 months.